Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Your Faith Baddie Talks about sensuality and sexuality. And today we have a special guest again.
What up, people? It's Shao, Self-Love Badass. What's going on?
Yes, it's just us two today, literally. We wanted to do something quick before Christmas comes and that. And I think we're going to get started with something that Shalina actually came up with, which is more about like sexual behaviors or how we kind of connect and interact, so she can go more in detail with that.
Yeah, thank you, sis. So basically, like, the question that I wanted to get you guys really thinking about is when you're connecting with someone sexually. Now, how you identify yourself sexually and how you bond with someone sexually is two different things.
True.
All right? You can either bond with someone in a way of how you view them, what attracts you to them, their behavior, or you can be bonding with them with a different feature, with mannerisms. Okay, so for example, you've got I'm going to give you a few examples. You've got androsexuals. There are people who are more attracted to people who are more masculine. Now, this could be male or female. Yeah. That's more masculine within themselves.
Okay.
All right.
I feel like that's me. Just certain guys I will attract, they have to like that a bit. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, you see, I think I am broadened more on the... This is why being a bisexual is kind of confusing at times, because I'm a bit of both. I'm a bit of an androsexual and... ask me if I know the other thing. we slacking a little bit.
She has to get up.
Yeah, I have to actually get up. But listen, let me just say the commitment towards this. Yeah. So just a little bit of credit. The commitment.
The commitment. Period.
Let's see. So you got an omnisexual that can be attracted to anybody of any type, so masculine, feminine.
Okay. What's that called?
Omnisexual.
Okay. Because omni is all, right?
Yeah.
Omnipresence means omnipresence means you're present everywhere at the same time. That makes sense.
The reason why I wanted to talk about this topic is I want to know what people think about two different types of sexuals mixing, whether they think that two different types of sexuals can bond together or whether it has to be the same type of sexual. Like, do you think asexual and a demisexual can bond?
But you need to explain those words you're using, just so I know and just so the listeners know as well. So
for those of you that don't know, an asexual person, according to healthline.com, an asexual person is someone who identifies or includes an individual who doesn't experience sexual attraction to others of any gender. However, some people who are asexual do experience romantic attractions to other people. So
only romantic and not sexual.
Yeah.
Okay.
So love feelings for that person.
But they don't get... Oh, actually, yeah. I've seen movies where people are like that. They'll be like, this person doesn't want to...
Like, I like you, but stay there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not really physical. It's more like a friendship, but more than a friendship.
Now, I started off like that. I started off as an asexual. That's why I don't know if you're out there listening to this, but if you are... Nah, I still have love for you, fam. I still have respect for you.
Yeah, she said I still have love for you, fam.
But this person did not like me for being an asexual, and like she dumped me because of that.
I think I would dump someone because I'm not the one. I want to feel like cherished and loved physically, but also emotionally. But you know, I need more than just a romantic, because I can just do that with a friend.
I was very much I love you, but don't touch me.
I feel like that was me when I was a bit younger, like when I wasn't ready for like sexual experiences.
But that was the thing. It wasn't I just wasn't ready. I wasn't. She was.
This is what I'm saying. So it might not even be that you're that type of sexual. Maybe it was just.
But I was
ready.
at the start. Like when I was ready, I didn't want to like cuddle a lot. I was
yeah.
Like, you can stay there next to me. I'm happy.
But not too close.
Yeah.
I think I have days like that, 100%.
And it was very often that person would be like, but do you actually love me though? And now I kind of think of it, I'm like, do I actually ask this question right now? Do I actually ask this question right now? But then I can't ask that question because there's still physical contact. So
yeah.
But when back in those days, I feel like it's my karma. It's probably my karma.
I don't know, because that question is a weird one, because my first boyfriend, he was like, oh, you're like, I think it was an excuse because he cheated on me, but he said he did it because he didn't feel loved. So maybe that also, like, these behaviors also lead into love languages here and there, because yeah, that's just a lot, bro. I'm just like, wait.
Then you've got then you've got like the demisexuals that I had said. It can an asexual mix with a demisexual. A demisexual is an individual who experiences sexual attraction only under specific circumstances after building an emotional or romantic bond. Okay,
yeah.
Now, I know the two of us know somebody who's in that category.
Yeah.
Yeah, we both know somebody who's in that category. We love you.
Shout out to you. I'm not going to say no names. But yeah, I hear that. I feel like a lot of people, or a lot of women, definitely have that.
Yeah.
Or also depending on what you're looking for.
I think of our generation right now, I mean, I don't know how many of you can agree. I find that our generation right now, there's a lot more demisexuals, especially within females.
Yeah.
Because we're so tired of the whole playing game thing.
That is true.
That we're like, nah, let's see if you connect to us. But then at the same time, how many of us actually explore out of the demisexual? That's
what I'm thinking, because that's what I'm like, with these sexual types, it's a bit hard because you might be that here and there, but that doesn't, maybe it doesn't have to mean that you're that 100% of the time. Because True. I feel like every woman does have that characteristic when she's looking to maybe settle down, or even certain men, you know what I'm saying, when they're looking to settle down, they'd be like, let me take it slow, like what we always used to say, let's take it slow, boom boom, like so that might be that.
It could be. You've also got the what I can explain, please excuse me if I cannot take pronounce, just excuse me, but I think it's gynosexual. Basically, it's somebody who's more attracted to someone who's more feminine.
Okay.
Now, we have some men. 100%. Don't be embarrassed, guys. All right, it's okay. We love this part of you. Right? We have some men who are very strong within the femininity as well. Yeah. Which, 100%. By the way, I don't know, like, if any of you are out there, let me just tell you this now. It is fucking sexy. I'm sorry for my language. I think it's
What
sexy.
kind of things would you say is sexy about that?
When a guy is like...
Because there's different things, so explain yours.
So, for women, we're very emotional.
Yeah.
I love a man that could be very emotional.
Okay.
Like, show me you feel.
You're giving,
like,
you
feeling me? You feeling me?
I hear that.
Like,
it is important. It needs to also be there. Like, it needs to also be there. Yeah. I don't know. Me, men, but so we count being emotional as feminine then? Yeah. In that case.
I mean, I do. I count it as a feminine thing. I'm not saying...
To be honest, that's how society sees it though.
It is.
And if you're a man, like, don't be emotional.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I know quite a few men that are very emotional beings.
Yeah, 100%.
All right? But because we are just inbred within our DNA to feel more, to process it more. I mean, for one thing, there's a reason why, and this is not me saying that men cannot multitask. There are quite a few men out there that can. All right? Anybody can multitask. But women, what we fail to realize and we fail to give ourselves credit for is we multitask in emotions. For one,
that is so true.
Time of the month. How many emotions do you feel at the same bloody time?
That is just stressful. That is just stressful.
Me? How do you go from stressy depressy to happy cherry all at the same time?
Stressy depressy.
All right.
That is a new one, guys. Stressy depressy. I am officially done.
Honestly, because I have those moments where I'll be like, I'm really stressy depressy, but I'm happy. I'm dancing stressy depressy, but I'm happy.
Yo, it is the word for me. Stressy depressy. I've never heard you say that. That is a new thing. That's like sexy time.
Yeah.
Like sexy time. Like, I don't know who said that, but one guy, I don't know if he's going to listen to this. He did call like sexy time. I was like, Sexy time.
I mean, it is sexy time technically.
That sounds weird. It sounds like stressy, depressing. Sexy time.
Yeah, because I have those moments. I'm not gonna lie. Like, shout out to my baby sis. You get me, my G. All right, because she be watching this too.
That is funny.
We'll come home and be like, stressy, depressy, literally on our days, our times of months where we are synchronizing. Yeah, we come through the door. That's what we look at each other. We go, "What's up?" Stressy, depressy.
I love it. That is lit.
Yeah. And then we just look at each other. We're like, we are the only weirdos that can smile and laugh and do a weird dance and say, stressy, depressy.
That is a new thing, guys. Copyright. Here you heard it first. That is funny.
But honestly, there's proof there that, you know, our multitasking skills come from our emotions.
I agree.
All right. And women are seen very emotional just within our DNA because of our hormones. Not just with our hormones, but because we connect more, we think more. A topic I had a discussion with someone is, why do we overthink so much? Now,
women.
I could tell, women, we overthink a lot.
I think it's because our brain is just so, that's just too much, bro. It's just too much at times. And the hormones play a part as well. So, yeah. Because we think about everything deeply and from different perspectives, and we think about it logically and then emotionally. Mm-hmm. So it's like there's always like so many ways to think about something, and then sometimes you have to catch yourself like, oh, you're getting your own feelings right now, like chill with that. That
is true. And you see, that's where the reason why I bring that topic up is to link with being attracted to the opposite sexual.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? How many of us stay within the safe zone, that we'd call it, of just going for someone who's the same type of sexual as us, rather than trying to go out of bounds and connect with someone who's outside of that?
But can we ever really go for anyone like us, if that makes sense? Because if a man, what was it called? The one, for example, the man that likes more masculine traits, or anyone that likes, yeah. So, okay, then again, if he likes his woman to be more masculine, and that, I mean, that comes back to like feminine and masculine energy, because it kind of it's gonna balance itself out somehow.
And that's the other thing. How do they, if they're the same type of sexual, how do they balance out their energy? Because if it's, for example, let's put it down to, well, grown-ups here, so I'm going to put it out. Let's put it down to a sex game. Who's going to decide to be dominant? Who's going to decide to be submissive? Can you have two dominant and two submissive?
Nah.
Because I've pictured it in my head. It's not going to work. In fact, no. I remember doing this with someone, and the both of us spent half an hour arguing who's going to whip
Swear down. Oh, that is a mad thing. That is a mad thing.
Because both of us wanted to be dominant, and we could not both be dominant.
Yeah, but then that shows that essentially it doesn't work if you're with the same
kind of energy.
Yeah.
But then I had another experience where I was submissive and the person was submissive.
And how did that go?
It worked.
How though? Because who's doing anything at this point?
Because whatever that person wanted, all right, when they were asking it in a submissive way, and I gave it to them, it was a pleasure. And when they did the same thing to me, it was a pleasure. But it was the way, the mannerism used to ask it that makes you submissive or dominant.
That is true. I think it depends on if people are open to take both sides. Like, especially in that example, like when it comes to the bedroom or whatever you do behind closed doors.
Also, key tip to anyone who is with someone who is shy, if you're trying to gain their confidence, try being slightly submissive with them. Don't be full on dominant, because they're going to be like a little mouse in the corner.
Yeah, that's going to scare them, bro.
All right, be submissive. Kind of break a barrier a little bit. And then let them, slide in. And trust me, once they come in, the fire, baby.
And probably ask them questions, innit? Like, even if you are being dominant and you're doing something, like, ask them if they enjoy that. That's how I would imagine it anyway. Just to get someone like... Yeah, and just making sure that they feel all right with whatever. Just because you're dominant doesn't mean you can just actually do everything you want to do. Like, it doesn't mean you can violate someone. Not even in a mad way, but little things that may bring out their insecurities or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So just reminding them probably, or asking them if it's okay, stuff like that. That should probably help. Okay. But I feel like when it comes to the topic that you said, it depends on your mindset, because if you're not really open to experience someone else's ways and stuff like that, and you're very fixed in your own, not just sexuality, but in your own behavior and your own reactions, and then it's going to be hard, isn't it?
It's true. But you know what? I find nowadays there's a lot of people that are being like, a lot of people are too in themselves.
Yeah, man.
And that's why there's so much issues, especially within our generation. Like, let me call out to you guys, okay? Y'all want to hate, y'all hate. It's fine. You're just hurt. All right, it's facts. But we're being too selfish, fam.
Yeah, well, bro, this whole world is too selfish, brother.
Like, think about the other person. Now, I'm not talking about materials. Materials anybody can get.
Is anything really, like...
Okay, but I'm talking about connecting with the person, thinking about how that person feels. Putting your feeling aside for 2 seconds and thinking about that person.
Facts.
All right, yes, you may have your mindset. Yes, you may have your way of thinking. But what about that other person? Are you thinking about that other person and the way they think? About how they connect with someone?
I don't think a lot of people do that. Because like, everyone's so scared of like emotions and love and just being caught up in that.
Yeah. And it's true. Like, for example, you can have someone that is very, how do I describe this? Hey, this is not a good moment. Wait, you have someone who's very set in their ways with their mindset, where they're like, no, you need to self-support yourself. Like, you shouldn't. What if that person just requires a little hug?
Yes, bruv. It's some more time. It's just a little hug, you know.
You know, just put your ideals aside for 2 seconds. Yeah. If you have to take a deep breath and do it and sigh, just do that. Facts. And then just give that person a genuine hug. Like, it's not that hard. I watched somebody have an argument, and this is what the girl was saying to her guy.
She just want a hug.
She was like, all I asked you for was a fucking hug, man.
Yeah, it's deep like that. Men need to pattern this, because sometimes y'all think it's all the extra shit. The take it out for dinner. I don't know what y'all think sometimes, but sometimes just hug her for like 5 seconds. Even if it goes just staring at you, yeah. Even if it's just your friend, it's not even based on just relationships. Even if it's just your friend, especially as like man and women, and there's moments where you're just like, bro, this person's looking like they're breaking, bro. Ask them if they need a hug. Simple.
Exactly.
Very simple. Because what this topic makes me think about is like, because you said selfish, yeah?
Yeah.
I literally had this on my Instagram, I was talking about it. I was like, why do people get so selfish in the bedroom? Like, for example, I'm talking like, it can happen in relationships 100%. But I feel like in a relationship, there's still more open space to communicate and experiment together. Because if you're just having a thing, then at the beginning, it's, you know, hot and heavy. You're doing all the nice things, Everyone's excited. It's good. You're doing it over and over again. And then 2-2s now, foreplay is getting dead. Like, excuse me, this is not the energy you came with. And I am not your woman. So what makes you actually think you can relax here? Because I'm not relaxing. So why are you relaxing? And that just shows me like people just get selfish after a while. Because you know how men can be, yeah? They be doing foreplay half-hearted, knowing that the woman takes longer to get excited and to get aroused. But then when you want your blowjob or something, we have to do full force. Like, how? Huh?
Yeah, you want 4,000 guac power. Not even 3,000.
You want, bro, no. That is just not fair, bro. Especially because the woman takes longer to get ready. You lot need to pattern it.
I am so glad you've come on that.
You don't need to pattern. I don't
think you guys respect
a woman's body.
The way, the effort we put in to preparing ourselves.
You get it?
Okay, now, some of you say, yeah, but you don't have to.
What do you mean? We do.
We do.
It's like a fucking cake in the oven. Like, it takes time. There's a preparation time for everything, you know. Same with the baby. If you get pregnant, you know it's going to take up to 10 months even to deliver that baby. Like,
exactly. With it's not going to come in 2 months. You're just going to pour the egg, the milk, and then shove it in the oven.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not going to bake.
And this is what men need to remember, because I feel like this generation, someone is too blood clot lazy. I mean, I like it. Like, what do you expect? You think you're going to find your wife like this? Okay.
And I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it loud and proud. There's this thing called water and soap. Oh. Well, I learned to use it, please.
Yeah, we did want to talk about sexual health as well today.
Water and soap.
We wanted to talk about sexual health because, guys, it is not fair you come up in a girl's yard or you pick her up from somewhere and you touch her with your dirty hands, especially in a private part.
Now, I am glad that I have somebody that is very hygienic. I love you, by the way.
Period.
All right. But I remember the amount of times I took myself to the sexual health clinic because we'd be doing it. And I'm like, you've not cleaned yourself, have you?
No. Dirty boy. Dirty.
Do you understand? You guys don't understand. Like, even when you're clean, it can put off our pH levels.
Quick.
We are very sensitive down there.
Quick.
And this is why we put in so much effort to make sure. This is why we treasure it like a temple.
It is a temple.
We tend to say it's a temple. You have to treasure that area. Because if that's off, it sets off the whole body. It sets off how your womb is working. It sets off how your ovaries work. It sets off your bladder, everything. And then it sets off your hormones, makes you upset and feeling sickly, sets off your moods. It makes up for some of us. Like, for example, I tend to get migraines. If I don't take care of her, I will get migraines. She would scream through me.
Literally. Because that's what it is. But I feel like for men, it's not that deep. Because for them, like, it's just something's hanging out of your body. We have something inside our body. Like, it's even harder to actually cleanse it and maintain and all these things. And I feel like men need to respect that.
You see how we look after our mouth? They say that the inside of the vagina wall is made with the same type of flesh as our mouth. I heard that. You see how quickly our mouth can get infected? It's the same down there. So you have to look after it.
Facts. And you know what I've heard as well? There was something interesting, and I actually do believe this is true. And it said the pH balance of a woman, like her private parts down there, the yoni and everything, is also like, it will basically tell you if you're having sex with the right person or not. And I feel like this is valid. I feel like this is really, really valid, because there was this one person, anytime we do something, little 1-2 touch, bruv, off, pH balance off. But then if you do it with someone you love or someone that, you know what I'm saying, that you're close with, that you're good with, I never had no issue. There was this one guy, I never had no issue. And he's probably watching this. And I never had an issue. Like, and even the aftercare, I didn't have to do all the mad thing. But then when one other guy, this dodgy guy, God is telling you this is not the right fit. Because I actually seen a video about it, and I was like, oh my God.
You reminded me of an experience.
So, women, you need to make sure, see how you feel after sex, not just emotionally, but even just everything.
Not just after, like before it and during it, because trust me, she will 100%. Scream at you even before it. Like, I had an experience where she screamed at me so bad, I got indigestion.
See?
At the beginning.
This is what I mean. That's what certain man of you. You're not getting no call back. You're not getting no text back, because from when we touch, look at 1-2, it's just off. My pH balance is off. That is clearly showing me spiritually you're not meant to be entering this temple. And it's nothing against the man himself, but it's just not the right fit for some reason.
And the reason why, we're going to mention this is, and listen, we're not here to tell people what to do. All right, we're not here to tell you who you can see, how many people you can see within the day, but I'm gonna give you some facts I've learned. All right, when you see multiple people on the same fucking day, do things with them, and you share that energy and all of those fluids, even if you're showering in between, you're sharing that energy, it puts off the other person. This is why I mentioned about being selfish. Try not to be selfish. Okay, yes, you need satisfaction. But
keep it clean though, man.
Yeah.
Keep it civil.
Keep it clean, not just physically, but spiritually as well. You need to clean that energy off. All right? Because sex itself, any type of sexual activity carries a certain energy.
And I know people don't want to hear this, A lot of people don't want to hear this. I know
a lot of you are like, they're talking about energy. Yeah. Listen, it's a true thing. It's a fact.
And I feel like everyone knows it, but sometimes you just try to push it in the back of your head.
And then you question yourself why you're feeling a certain way, or why
see them ones there.
Don't question. We've given you this. Those of you listening, do not question yourself after this, because the only person you're proving a mug is you.
Trust me, because there's been times when you can meet someone new, and then, or you have those. I especially had friends. Meet someone new. All of a sudden, everybody's on downhill. I'm talking downhill. This is an experience I had like a few years ago. One of my girls, she got this new guy. New boyfriend, and bro, everything just spiraled down. Like, I'm talking literally everything, like problems in her life, her job, her finances. And I really said to her at some point, I was like, have you been noticing that it's just going downhill and you're still with this guy now? And it was excessive, like every single aspect. I'm just like, are you alright, bro? And she was like, yeah, I noticed it, but I don't know. And I was just looking at her like, okay. This was like 2 years ago, I think. I think she's still with the guy as well. I haven't asked her, but I'm just like, you know what? You do you, because that's her, innit? But I'm just like, I was surprised because before that, she was always like, how, you know how people just, I don't know, man. It was confusing to me. She was confusing to me. She was like, pay attention to, you know, this is not just for relationships or sexual relationships. It's also for your friends. Like, around certain people, you're going to see it's not giving what it needs to give. So make sure you take that serious because everything is energy at the end of the day.
It really is. It really is. And in that case, you also have to see... So things you can be, I mean, I agree with you. You have to watch that. But at the same time, you have control on which way it spirals.
Yeah. 100%.
You have to be accountable and know whether you can control it spiraling, whether you're going to leave it. Because some people choose to leave it spiraling downwards. Yeah, and some people choose to say, no, we're going to work through this and make it spiral upwards in our benefit. Because these changes can happen.
That is true, I agree.
That's where
it's just all about awareness, isn't it?
Exactly. The awareness, the strength, the ability to take it, to be accountable and responsible. All right. You have to also think about, okay, is this worth being in? Can I also stress the point, if you know something's not worth being in or you're tired, don't waste the other person's time. Yeah.
Them ones that is hard to understand sometimes and like take in, but I had to do that for myself one time as well.
We know somebody. I don't know if they're going to watch this. If you do, I'm going to still say it because I'm reaching out to your ear so you understand the effect of it. All right. We only met them for like a short time. This person was in a 5-year relationship and is feeling techie about being in a relationship with the person. The fact that you're out there looking for something better means you've made your decision. You're there saying that you want to settle with this person, but you don't. You don't because you're looking for other options. If you really think that this is the person for you, you wouldn't be looking for other options.
But then again, I have to say something, yeah. She or he, I don't even know who we're talking about, even if I know the person. But I feel like there can be phases when you might have found the person that you think for that moment you're going to be with. But just to be super clear, because everyone has different like personalities. So some people start getting doubt or start being like, oh, I haven't lived yet to the fullest, whatever. So maybe she's looking out there, but in terms, like she's looking out there, but that doesn't mean that she's not going to end up with the person she's actually meant to be with. Because what a reality check is going to happen one way or another. So it might still be that, cool, you're going to see that out there's nothing for you where you can actually see yourself settling it down. Because I believe if you've found someone with that age, innit? I don't even have kids, so I can't really fully say. But I feel like if you feel like this is the person, 90% of the time it actually is that person. If you're conscious, if you're aware, if you're, you know, not mad in your head and that, like you're gonna know, you're gonna have that feeling, but you might still be on the verge of, oh damn, like I feel like I'm too young, so let me look around. But 2-2s now, what, like a few months later, 6 months later, a year later, you might be like, oh, there's no one like this person. So that might be what she's going through.
Could
or
be.
What someone might go through.
It could be, but like the person, the reason why, like, for example, the topic that I brought up about identifying the type of sexuals you are and whether two of the same type should be together or whether it should be two different types. When I bring that in, I bring in mindset as well. Whether two of the different types of mindsets can bond.
Yeah.
Or whether the two different, whether two of the same mindsets can bond or whether two different type of mindsets can bond. This person, in this case, in this scenario, has a different mindset to that person.
Right.
But that's what they fell in love with.
Yeah, because opposites do attract.
Yeah.
There needs to be some type of opposite anyway.
But then why are you now tired of the mindset you fell in love with?
That's the thing about love though, innit? Like at the beginning it's all
honeymoon phase.
Yeah, the honeymoon phase. Like that's, someone posted this the other day. They said, fuck the honeymoon phase. I don't even want to have that. Or another thing I saw as well, the person said, give me the boring and healthy relationship. Because some people actually, it can get boring. Let's keep it real. If you have a relationship where actually like you've been with that person now for years, I kind of imagine that's what marriage might be like at points when you're like, damn, like. But it's good because it's healthy.
I could put my hands up and say that's how it started. It's not a honeymoon phase for me.
Yeah, but that might be good. But I'm saying there might be relationships where people are actually bored of just the healthiness, because really that might even be toxic. Her being like, oh, this mindset that I fell in love with. But
that's true. Some people do like a little bit of trouble, you know.
I know hella people. I don't know where I was, but there was hella girls that were like, yeah, I like to start an argument. I was like, what? She's like, I love arguing, and then afterwards you get into that. I'm like, you know, I get what you're trying to say, but we can do the without the argument, because I hate arguing. I hate arguing, bro. I will cry. Once you raise your voice, I will either cry or I will raise my voice, and then we're not going to have a good end, because then I'm actually pissed. I don't like this whole driving each other up and then going to the bedroom. Nah. Don't fucking touch me, bro. That's how I get. Like, don't touch me, bro. Now you actually pissed me off. Like, there's nothing happening tonight. Nah. Unless you do lovey-dovey and you're like, I'm sorry, blah, 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 then. But I don't like the causing drama. I don't know what's wrong with you guys. That is not healthy. I don't care what you lot say, but that is not healthy, bro.
It's not, but some people don't like the healthy stuff. It's like,
but are you going to do that in front of your kids, bro?
It's like food.
Are you going to do that in front of your kids, bro? Like, one day, you'll be like, yeah, starting a fight, and your kids are just there like, okay, anyways. That's just awkward, bro. That's just awkward.
Technically, I can say that. Oh, my parents, you know. Just my parents will be like, yeah, they're arguing, or they'll continue, they'll argue. You know, the two of them could be lovey-dovey, kissy, will be upstairs. Carry on with all your stuff.
Yo, that is funny to me. That is so funny to me. Listen, I don't have the energy, man.
Because some people, they're just like, it's like that meme. It's like that meme, that chicken meme. Like, you ever look at someone and you just don't like that person? Yeah, looking at them and you're thinking, look at that idiot eating chicken.
Oh,
that meme cracks me up.
That happens though. You just look at him like, oh, dickhead, man. Like,
have you ever looked at somebody?
Yeah,
I don't know.
100%.
Have you ever looked at someone and
100%.
you're like,
Me?
Looked at your man and be like, I hate you, but I love you and I want to fuck you.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
Like, your face is irritating me right now. But I
feel like
that's. You at the same time.
I feel like that's the I feel like that is the same feeling as wanting to bite a baby's face, because it's actually you're adoring someone. Because I googled up why do you have to be so fucking adorable? Yeah, and it's actually aggression, but it's like you're so overwhelmed with admiration and adoring someone else. That's where that comes from. That's why you want to say, oh my God, I'm going to bite this baby. Yeah. Or why you want to bite your partner and actually do it maybe.
That is a perfect way to explain that. It is.
So I think it's the same thing.
Passive-aggressive adoration.
Yeah, because you're so pissed, like, or when you look at your friend, like, someone's looking at you, like, you're beautiful, brother.
You know when you like,
that is dead. Why are you so beautiful? You get it, like,
it's rude that you're actually gorgeous.
You know what I'm saying?
What? I've said this to you on your post. I'm like, nah, this girl is rude. Who told you to come up like this? Get off my page.
But you know, it's just, you're bugging my heart. I feel like it's just too much, and I see men do that as well. They be like, you're actually too beautiful. It pissed me off, bro. Get out my face. I've
heard that line too many times.
I love that line.
No.
That is the best way to flirt, guys. You're just like, why are you pissing me off? I'm telling you now, too
guys,
nice, man.
Just a little hint. If you really want to make her blush, if you really want to get her weak knees there, give her that compliment. Trust me. Instantly yours. Instantly.
I wouldn't say that. But it's gonna make me smile still. I'm really
I've been given those compliments, and that does make me smile. I just look at you and just be like, dickhead.
You know, like, because you get excited. You're like,
give me some more.
Don't do that. That was there. You know what I clocked though? A lot of people, because I was born and raised in Germany, so Germany was pretty boring in terms of flirting. This is very closed off. UK, I think you guys are okay.
Have you all ever experienced a Trini flirting?
Have you experienced Jamaican? Hey,
you can't tell who's singing and who's talking.
Jamaicans are just, and I think that's why I'm like, anywhere else, even America, like, because of Jamaica, because I've been there from young. Yeah. So when I was 12, they be flirting with me, so I'm just like, okay, this is extreme. That's why wherever I was in Germany, or even sometimes when I'm here, I'm like, you guys are dead, man. You guys are dead. You guys are dead. Guys, come with the vim.
Really, don't be scared. Don't be scared. Tell us what you want.
Innit?
Tell us what you feel. Tell us what you see.
Innit?
We love it.
A little bit of excitement, man.
Although Trini guys, message out to you and Trini girls.
Trini,
stop singing. Just say what it is, please. Stop singing.
Sing.
Oh, it sounds like why we have to sound like we sing. I know I sound like I'm singing right now. Why we have to sound like we sing? I've had somebody Trinidadian try to flirt with me. I look at this person. I know they're probably listening to this and thinking, but you singing right now. Yeah. But I've had someone try to flirt with me who's from Trinidad, and I'm like, brother, I can't tell whether you're complimenting me or flirting me or you're trying to sing a song to me. Which one?
That is funny, bro.
Like, you want me bring in the calypso and the shelter? Because, boy. Alright. I'm not gonna lie. And my guy is there laughing and he going, were you rude? I'm like, but you said that's so sweet.
Like, why are you singing all the time? That is actually true. You lot are funny, man.
Flirting is coming a different way. That's why you have to be careful when you're listening to Trini music, because some people just get turned on real easily because they think this song is flirting with them. It's not.
I feel like that's genuinely Caribbean music, bro. Because you know how people get excited with fucking Dexter Daps and them man there.
Oh God.
Like they will fall to their knees when they see Dexter Daps. I'm like, okay.
Exactly. You know?
Okay. I mean, I get it. The songs are amazing, but okay.
I don't know how many of you are still fans of him, but Bob Marley songs still.
He's amazing. It's Bob the last Marley. 2 days I've been obsessed with Bob. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because I was meant to be born on his birthday, but I came earlier.
I know this is really random fact, but I can't wait to get a tattoo of him on me.
Look.
I'm
so scared of tattoos,
anybody
bro.
who you probably don't want to know, but I'm gonna say it. Bob Marley fan. So if you ever want to send Bob Marley shit,
I want to go to the gallery.
Bring it. Huh?
I wanted to go to the gallery next year. They're doing one in London, guys.
Ooh.
But yeah, the past 2 days I've been watching his interviews, documentaries. I don't know why, it just came over me. Even before I came here today. Like, and don't know. He's just one of the real ones, man. There's no energy you can compare. And he's an Aquarius. You feel me?
You know what he made me realize though? He really taught me, like, not just with his music, but I watched some of the interviews and I watched a documentary on him as well, on his life. And some of the stuff that I picked up on is how he focused on his inner self. Yeah. And that kind of taught me as well how to focus on my inner self. Another key fact within this topic and within this podcast that I want you guys to focus on is remember to work on your inner self. 100%. Because what you bring to a person from yourself, you share and you give to them without even noticing. Right. You need to be aware of that. Another fact of why we say try not to be so selfish when it comes to it. Yes, it's fine to say, right, I have standards. Yes, it's fine to say that, you know, I have boundaries. Nobody's saying don't have that. But also consider the other person. Yeah, 100%. You have to. And that's how I was raised. I was raised as a Rasta, innit? So anything, like, when you say everything you talk about, that's how I was raised. So that's why I've always been and don't be so scared to talk. Talk about what you like. Man. Talk about what you like. Talk about what you don't like. And remember to listen. Don't just... Some of these mandem out here, and we're not bashing on you mandem, but it is majority of you mandem that are doing this. All right, some of these mandem out here, they will be like, yeah, tell me what you like. Tell me what you like, babes. All right? And then you start talking, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, but I like this. And then they will start... They don't listen. Dead, man. You lot don't have no game, I swear. You lot don't have no game. You lot don't have no game, bro. I think they didn't hear it. You need to say it one more time. You lot don't have no game. Some of you UK mandem, yeah, even mandem generally, but some of you mandem don't have game. And then you're wondering why you've not got the girl that you want. Seriously. She's having fun with someone else, okay? Who's got the game? Because if you're not doing it right for your woman, she will find someone to do it right very quickly. You guys know this. This is why when we talked about are men or women the prize it over there, I was just like, what people need to remember is that it's not nice to say, but a woman will find it, not necessarily a replacement, but someone that wants to play the role. I feel like for women it's very much easier, which is why I would do that too. Yeah, 100%. And everyone's entitled to. But I just feel like that's why people need to remember these simple things that we say, like, you know, pay attention, don't be too selfish. Like, sexual health goes both ways for man and woman. Because I'm also very tired of always hearing, like, men caring about how a woman smells down there, how she tastes down there, but how it looks. But when have you ever taken care of yourself? Like, when was the last time you drank water? There was this post the other day. I don't know which guy this was, some American guy. He said, I can't believe it took me 27 years to drink water. I saw that.
I'm just disgusted with you lot, because I know these are some men out here that do the same thing. And one time I was with a friend, and I noticed that he hadn't drank water for nearly like the whole day, because we went out to eat and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you didn't drink any water today, did you? He was like, I actually did it, you know. And then he drank water. But I'm just like, bro, it shouldn't even be my role to do that. Like, we're mid-20s, going towards 30s. Like, what are you doing? Like, drink your water?
You need to drink your water.
Drink your water, guys.
Your body is majority made up of water. It needs that balance for you to drink, replenish it.
Especially you man that don't even eat fruit in that. That's one of island boys, bro. You eat your fruit, honey.
You are what you eat. You are what you eat.
Period.
Okay.
And that goes straight into sensuality and sexuality, because you don't need to understand. Like, even though this has a, you know, focus on like sexuality is what people hear more anyway. But it's just like you still need to remember the sensual side of all of this is how you're taking care of yourself, and is how you talk about yourself, think about yourself, how you feel, and the things that you do in day-to-day life, because that's going to just embrace and make your sexual life way, way better. I feel like that's why so many people have issues in their sexual lives. You know what I'm saying?
If you guys want proof for yourselves that you are what you eat, and what you eat will help you feel different, will help your sexual experience be different, everything within that department, try this. I did it, all right, and I've been stuck on it ever since. And it wasn't for this reason that I started it for a different health reason, but this is one of the biggest benefits. Every morning, ACV, for those of you who don't know what it is, apple cider vinegar. Period. You want to put 1 tablespoon of that, a teaspoon of honey in a little bit of water, mix it and put a little bit of cold water in it so it's drinkable. Drink that every single morning, all right? Have your 1 cup of coffee for those of you that drink coffee, but try not to put milk in it, because the milk, sometimes milk is good in coffee, but it can cause a kind of off-put with the probiotic that it creates within your body. So try it without the milk if you're going to have that in the morning. And then try and at least have 1 salad for the day.
Facts. You don't need to eat your veg.
We're not calling anybody out on weight or anything, so please.
Not even, bro. We can't. We're fluffy girls, so don't come for us, bro.
Plus size community, well, go on.
Period. The fuck?
All right. But salads are good for your body. The greens, the tomatoes, avocados, very, very good for her. You need to cleanse, man. Yeah. You have that once a day. You'll see how easy your life becomes. You don't have to feel bloated. You don't feel like you're pent it up down there so much. When I started doing this, the way I felt down there, the way I felt within my whole body, my mood lifted up.
Yeah,
everybody genuinely saw a glow. Do you remember?
Yeah,
how much I was glowing for the past
100%.
I'm not gonna lie, because life gets like life, things slow down. I haven't had my salad this week, but I'm starting back, and since I've started back, my body's feeling lighter.
Yeah, man, because everything, it all comes together at the end of the day. Like, in this country, in just westernized countries, we eat too many processed foods. That's why it's like, when I was vegan for some months and I was on an alkaline diet, it was kind of hard to do it here. Like, I prefer doing it back in Jamaica, because just everything's fresh there. Like, the fruits are fresh. Even the fruits we get here is just dead more time.
True. I know if you eat fish, you don't smell or taste like fish down there. Someone gave me this question the other day, and I was like, no.
That is the most
if you eat pineapple, no, you don't taste like pineapple.
Yeah, you ladies need to stop these rumors, man.
You don't taste like pineapple.
You ladies need to stop these rumors. You're not gonna taste like pineapple. You're not gonna taste like cranberry juice. You're not gonna taste like,
and you're not gonna smell like that either. We have a natural scent. If you look after her, like, you have a natural scent, and it's
meant to just smell like vagina. Okay, like, relax. Don't put no perfume inside there or weird soap. You guys do too much.
Yoni Steam, which is hot water.
Yeah. You can get herbs if you want to. I would actually recommend that. My first Yoni Steam was spiritual as fuck.
So I did the herbals and it felt nice, but I noticed that she got very sensitive. So I just do the hot water.
Did you do it yourself or did you order one?
I ordered.
Okay, I ordered one, but that was amazing. For all the women on here, Yoni Steam,
And there's a steam for guys as well. So if you guys want to try the steam, try it out. You can do the Yoni Steam as well. The Yoni is not just for women, it's for men too. You can steam. It's going to feel a little weird at first because, you know, you're getting hot air up there. But if you use your mind and not sit so low and just take the steam, it's like you're steaming your face. Exactly.
And we've all done that before, especially when we're ill or anything. Like,
it's very, very good for the body. It cleanses you. So... But yeah, steam works, and you really do have to watch what you eat. All right, because your body does process it differently. Because
it's so funny to me. Like, I was raised on, you know what I'm saying, just fish and stuff like that. But did you see the documentary about this doctor that was saying that people need to be wary of eating out because they can be at risk for throat cancer? I was like, what? Not surprised. I mean,
that they didn't go into detail of that documentary. That only happens if the person has anything such as a tumor going on up there.
Okay.
Then it can be transmitted at in certain circumstances. You got to do your research, because I was like, this doesn't sound right.
I hear that.
Because if that was the case, then majority of men and women would have throat cancer. All right, people would be dropping like that more than COVID is making people drop right now.
That's the thing though, because people always say, oh, yeah, but for now I'm good. We're all going to die one day. Or I know a vegan that died before this guy was eating meat. Like, okay, cool. But just, you know what I'm saying? Proceed with caution. Because all of you lot is talking big smack and we're in our 20s. So once we get to our 50s, 60s, 70s, I'm pretty sure we're going to see a difference.
And I don't like the fact that I have to bring this topic up because we are at the age where we should know.
Taking care of yourself. It's not just about money and materialistic things. You lot need to get that in your head, bro.
It's okay to ask the question of when was your last check?
I hear that.
What is your results? Do not be scared to ask this question. It's actually
I actually never asked that question, I think.
This is something I try to do. Whenever I'm with someone new, I always do that. I always say to them, when was your last check?
That's good.
If they haven't done it, I tell them where they can go, where I go, kind of drop it in, just slide it into a conversation. You don't have to be like, yo, have you gone? Are you clean? Have you done your check? No, you don't have to be full.
Some of the dirty people deserve it though.
True.
Because you know the man there, they'd be like, I don't like a condom. Nah.
This is why I say you all need to focus on one pum at a time, please.
It's not easy in this generation though, is it?
No, it's not.
That is a whole nother topic. I feel like I don't know how to go about this topic because I feel like we need men and women.
See, this that topic we will bring back to you in the next following episode. What do you think about people with when it comes to how they're viewing life and their mindset and connecting? What's your opinions on that?
What do you mean?
So like someone who really wants to like get started with building their life, but at the same time doesn't want to be committed.
I don't blame them.
But at the same time, they want somebody on the side that's secret. How do you deal with that situation?
I think it all depends on, first of all, communication and awareness, because you can't live in a fairy tale land and be like, oh, I want to be this committed, I don't know, let's say a man is like, I'm going to be this committed husband and find the love of my life and find a wife, but while you're building your materialistic standard of life, when it comes to emotional, sexual and sensual side, you're just rowdy. Like, how that doesn't add up. Like, there needs to be a balance. I understand when you're like, right now I'm focusing on getting my money up, because when I do settle down with a woman, or when it comes to, you know, thinking about marriage, stuff like that, whatever their goal is. But for now, they're like, I'm just focusing on one thing. That makes sense to me, because then you can do whatever. But it needs to make sense.
True.
I don't know. Because even for me personally, I'm at a place where I'm like, I'm very like 100% in a relationship. You're 100% my focus more time, which is not healthy. I'm still learning kind of how to let go of that. But that's why I can say wholeheartedly right now, it's a bit like I need to still focus on myself. I have so many things still to get through.
I can relate, yeah.
But then it still depends on what type of person you are or what you're looking for, because there's also moments when I think to myself, it would be nice to do this not by myself. Like, it would be nice to just have someone by your side and be like, especially because I'm a woman, he might be the type of guy to be like, you don't need to stress about all of that. Not to say that I want to be lazy, but it depends what kind of woman you are, because there's women that generally just work a 9 to 5 and just go home. Like, I'm a creative, I'm out here, y'all see me, y'all hear my voice. Like, that's not what every woman is going to do, or what every man is going to accept his woman to do.
That's true.
So I think it's very, very important in our generation, especially as a creative and the way I am, to know what I want to achieve and who I am and what I want to be, because I can't be with a guy that's just doesn't understand the creative lifestyle, wants me to go to bed at fucking 10 p.m. all the time and wake up early, and it goes like, my days are different. You know what I'm saying?
That reaches a question of how many of you focus on what am I getting, and how many of you focus on what am I giving
in a relationship.
Yeah, because a lot of the times people, and I noticed this of recent, a lot of times people are getting with people and they're more focused on, okay, what am I getting out of the relationship?
100%. It's so sad though.
And they're not thinking really about, draining. Okay, what am I bringing? What am I by myself bringing?
Yeah.
Because if you actually focus on what you're bringing, more of the times the other person will match that energy. May take them a little longer. I feel like it's so
hard. Like, I don't know why our generation is going through the struggle, but I feel like it's super hard because, like, everything is so
childhood trauma. There's too much childhood trauma.
I think that the world is just so materialistic. You know what I'm saying? Like, as I said, I was watching like Bob the past two days, like documentaries, and you know, he had success, but he was on the other side, just like, bro, like, all this materialistic stuff, it doesn't bother me. But in our generation, especially if we're raised in a westernized society, like Europe, UK, America, like, we care about these things. We wouldn't essentially care like that if that's not what the media is always showing us.
That's true.
But we're seeing it all the time, which is why we have young girls that are like 14 looking like 18 now, saying, I need a man that's going to pay my bill. Like, you don't have bills, babe. I seen a video one time.
Bills?
I seen a video one time with these girls. They were mad young. And they were like 14, 15. They were like, yeah, I need my man to have money. I need him to pay for me. I'm like, this 14. How is he meant to have, bro? Like, how is he meant to have money? Even for us, to be honest, looking at a man our age, I'm 25, 26. If you're anything between 26 to 30, 31, I can't expect you to have it all. I can't expect you to have a car. I can't expect you to have the house or your own place, and you know, all like, everything's calm. Like, bro, like, when was that ever normal?
It's true.
How is that? Look at fucking mortgages. Like, how is that normal now?
If you can't do your mortgage yourself, why are you expecting someone else to come about?
Especially women. You need to chill with all of that.
I'm not.
Because I see girls talking
men,
smack.
I'm so sorry that you guys go through this.
Yeah, some women are talking smack, man.
We do find majority of the females are doing this, and women, I do call out to you, come on, ladies, we need to buck up a little bit.
You need to chill, man. You need to chill.
This whole, the man needs to provide it. No, that is not just a man's job. A woman can do it.
You can have your own money. Like, have your own money. What is wrong with you?
This is why we have the right to have a job.
Unless you want to be that mother at home, that housewife that literally is just a housewife. Because there's women that want to be that. Cool.
That's cool. If that's what your husband
calm,
is.
Because you're going to find a man that's willing to provide that.
Yeah.
If you're taking care of the house, laundry, cooking, kids, boom, you're never going to have a job. And you're happy with that? Amazing. But there's women out here that work a little simple 9 to 5, not even good pay, no aspirations, no money saved up. You don't even have a bag saved up, bro. Who are you talking to about having a car, a house, this, that, a career, a stab?
Exactly. At our age. Build it up yourself. Try building it up yourself. You know, I'm not going to require him to just be the one providing everything. Like, I realize I need to pull my weight.
Facts.
You know, for me, it's not just about the materialistic thing. I want to see, like, it's not a case of he brings the house, I make it into a home. It's we bring the house. We make it into a home.
And that's what I'm saying. You have to see where you're at with the question you originally asked. You have to see where you're at and what you want. So different today. Like, women are so different today, even.
Like, we need to... Come on. We can be lady bosses out here.
I know.
Running this world. And run the world.
Actually, what I still want to say with that, people still need to understand like women need to understand it's okay to be, because I think we had this conversation sometime else, but it's okay to be dominant in your work field or in your career, but then when it comes to a relationship, know when to be a woman. Because I feel like a lot of women nowadays, you always want to be on edge. You always want to be on edge. Who likes someone like that generally, whether you're a man or a woman? Who likes someone always to be on edge? And there's a lot of women out there that say, oh, there's no one that's taking care or manly enough and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, you don't even know how to be submissive. You don't even know how to let a man be a man in his peace. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, make him feel like a man, because you want to you want to be feeling like a woman all the time, get the flowers, all that stuff, feel feminine, feel cute. When was the last time you made a man feel like a man?
When you say make him feel like a man, in what aspect?
Give him the right, like, if what it is, yeah, as a submissive woman, I believe I can only be submissive naturally to someone that has good leadership skills, communication skills, stuff like that, where I can actually let my guard down, because I can see like you can handle it. If you're telling me I got this, I can see you got it. So if now I'm saying, oh, I want to feel like a woman, boom, 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 and you have a guy that's trying to really pattern stuff, but you're always on edge, you're always controlling him, you're always trying to be up in his face, trying to be on his case, like, learn how to also be a woman, because there's different things that, it's just relationships, isn't it? Like, it just, there's certain things that are easier to do as a woman or easier to do as a man. And that's just the way it is. But let a man be a man. Let him make a decision. Let him say, hey, let's do this. Let him... There's just so many different things. But let a man be a man just means let him also be the king, innit?
I was just about to say
be the king,
that. You keep saying... We always say that we're queen moves and all that. What about letting your king move a little bit?
This is what I'm saying, because, bruv, what... Like, you're always on his shoulder. He's not your slave.
You shine his crown too.
You know what I'm saying? He's not your slave. Like, it's meant to be your partner. So in either way, however you're going to make your partner shine, understand, let them be who they are, but let them be a man or let them be a woman, whatever you choose, innit? Like, but I just don't understand. Too many women are on edge and then they wonder why no one wants them. Bruv, because you're always fighting. You're like, man them. Who's going to wife you, bruv? And I can say this wholeheartedly, because some people will see this and be like, okay, but you're bare masculine. Or some people see me and be like, oh, you're bare rude. Okay, but I know when and how to be submissive. I know. And I'm not ashamed to say that. And people know this too. They'll be like, nah, you're actually mad, like, feminine. You can be mad feminine. Like, yeah, I know.
Exactly. And that's not just being submissive in bed. Okay, for those of you...
That's what I'm saying. It's not even about bed. This is literally life.
Within life, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
How you're with the person. All right. You need to know how to let your guard down a little bit.
You know what I'm saying?
Say, that's okay. You can take the wheel, babes.
Because how do you expect a man even to be like emotionally open with you as a woman? There's so many women that say, oh, you know, he's never opening up to me.
Give him chance.
Bro, if you're always moving like mandem, how's this guy going to even feel comfortable? He doesn't even talk to his brethren about that. So a woman is also meant to, I feel like being a woman is also meant to be, you're meant to be a safe space for a man, because let's keep it real, there's certain things that men have to face out there, especially black men of color, whatever, different heritage, that they have to face every single day when they go out here, and we're not going to understand that. And no one is taking away the struggles of a woman, trust me, no one is taking it away. I would never do that. But there's just certain things that we need to understand, like sit back, like listen to him for once, like actually let him. Because if you're always on edge, how's my man going to open up?
It's true.
He's scared or drained or feels like, oh, if I now do that, she's going to be on my case. Like, why are you so emotional? Like, you know them ones. And then you wonder why this guy ends up cheating or doing whatever. Bruv, you're not his piece. You're really not his piece. You're not giving him any peace or any...
Oh, relating so much. This is why I love these conversations and the way I be relating to them, honestly. But I hope that you guys are taking in what we're saying, actually listening to it, because this can really help a lot of you. This conversation, especially when it comes to hygiene, it could really help not just one.
We talked about a good amount of things today, and that's why I wanted to start this, because I feel like our conversations that we have as friends are always so enlightening, and people have confirmed that even before we made it a podcast. So I know that people can learn from this.
This is why I love this girl with all my heart, because honestly, conversations, and that's a good thing to value. Let me just I don't like people that think it's boring, or why are you being so techie for having a conversation, a deep conversation. Deep conversations are nice.
Bruv, you lot don't know what life is, man.
Get your brain going. Get your brain going, please.
These people don't know what life is. That's what I'm saying. You lot are too washed up in all this materialistic stuff. Yeah? When it comes to sensuality, you know who you are.
Spoiled. Stop being so spoiled, rotten.
Like, what is life really about? To be honest, to keep it real, it's literally about love, health, sensuality, sexuality. That's really that. Mm-hmm. If you really think about it. You lot are worrying about the wrong things, man. I know some of you lot don't even have friends. You be chilling with people, they don't even know how you feel deep down. Like, they don't know none of your issues.
That's a very good point. That's another thing. Like, if you're finding that, you know, a lot of things around you is just too tense and you're like, I feel like I'm not getting anywhere, but how's it? I've got so many people, I'm not getting anywhere. Think about how you're attracting them. Mm-hmm. Because more or less it's not down to the people, it's you.
True. You
are what you attract. I feel very fortunate. I feel very blessed because the people that I am surrounded by, I am what I attract. They're wonderful people. They're beautiful people inside and out. Like, I'm very blessed for that. And that takes self-love and self-work. Don't be scared of that. It's not just a thing a woman and a woman can do. A man can do it.
You guys have to do it even more, to be honest. Because I feel like men
the glow that you have, not the glow up, the glow, the natural glow you have. Glow, both man and woman, when you have worked on yourself and you're self-loved and you're self-healed, it's beautiful. You will see how things will start to work. You will be looking at it and be like, why is all of this mad aligning for me right now?
Facts. Your life is starting to look different. Shout out to Sean G. Murphy, because he said something interesting. It was like, you know how there's personal development, which is basically, you know, reading a book a day, like a few pages a day, listen to a podcast, whatever, personal development. But what people also forget is personally unpacking themselves. Because really, guys, one affirmation you guys should say, what you should pray about is that everything you are attracts everything you need. That's one thing, period. But you can only say that if you're working on yourself, if you're unpacking the traumas that you've had, if you're unpacking, you know, the beauty you have within. What 100, like, simple thing Sean G. Murphy mentored me to do. Write a list of 100 things that you're good at. It's going to take you a while, but you're going to clock, like, okay, cool. I'm actually good at this. And it can be the simplest things. But take out time to understand who you are, because then everything is going to be so much more easier. And that's the reason we wanted this podcast as well. Like, you lot need to just dive deep sometimes. Don't be scared. As she said, don't be scared to ask these questions. Don't be scared to feel like, oh, maybe my friendship group is not delivering me that. Because I used to feel like that a few years ago. And that's when I started a new chapter in my life. And I found people like Shalina, you know what I'm saying, got closer with Bubsy, stuff like that, where you're just like, oh, okay, cool. Actually, you may have the people around, but you might have to be the first to initiate something new, to initiate these new conversations. Or you have to find new friends. Like,
honestly, it's true, because I had to do a clean slate before I met Naomi. I had to do a clean slate of my friends. All right, don't get me wrong. If y'all ever hear this, I still have love for you guys, and I hope you guys are doing well. But nah, things had to change, fam. All right, and I had to distance myself, and sometimes it gets like that. It's okay.
Trust me.
That shows a massive growth step you're taking.
100%.
All right. I mean, I have someone who I knew for 20 years. It's 20 plus years now. And clean slate, wiped off. Because
be like that sometimes.
it wasn't aligning with who I am, who I need to be. All right. Sometimes you realize that you're just not who you're meant to be. Your higher self is just not on the same level, and that's okay.
Fact.
That is okay. Don't be smug about it, though.
Yeah, don't be a dickhead, man.
Don't be smug about it.
Because you're not all that. You know what I'm saying? That's what people need to understand as well. You're not all that.
Like I'll quote somebody. I'll quote someone, but in reality, in this world, whether we like it or not, we're all assholes. Deep down, we're all assholes deep down. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about being a smug. Don't be smug about it. Control how much. That's the only thing you should limit yourself on.
Yeah. Is
how you take on what you have within yourself and who you're becoming. All right. Because yes, in this world, in this day, a lot of the assholes are the ones who are benefiting. But if we want to change that, is it ideal? If we want to change that, then we need to change how we're thinking and how we're moving within ourselves. That's the only way that's going to change. And you'll see people start benefiting a lot more, profiting a lot more.
It's the age of Aquarius, guys, man. This is deep conversations. Some people might not even be ready for this type of content. You get it?
Age of Aquarius, Sagittarius is mixed in here.
Ready. You guys may not be ready. But literally, guys, also understanding that like when I say getting new friends, it doesn't mean you have to like say fuck off to all your old friends.
You can still keep them.
Like, because I'm an Aquarius, I've always had different friendship groups. I have people I just got out to turn up with. I have people that I can turn up with but also have deep conversations with. I have people that I can only do business with. But I still consider certain people of those groups my friends. Not all are just acquaintances, but you just need to know. Well, you can only do that if you know yourself. And if you're not ashamed to say, bro, if someone wants to be like, oh, why I never come to your podcast, bro, you're not that type of friend, bro. When have we ever got a deep conversation? More time we go out and look nice and have a lit night. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not ashamed to say that. I'm not ashamed to say that, bro. I don't care.
It's true because I've got different friend groups as well that I purposely choose not to mix. This week,
it doesn't work sometimes.
Like, this week, I chose specifically to mix my friend group because I want to see what the dynamic is.
Yeah, and it's your birthday. That's different.
Well, yeah, birthday as well. But like, I wanted to see because I noticed that some people within those different groups, they're kind of the same, but at the same time, the dynamic is different. So I just wanted, because normally I would not mix my friend groups.
I hear that.
Out of the conflict.
Yeah, because you already know certain things it's not doing what it needs to do.
But yeah, it's okay to like sis said, like, you don't have to drop them completely and be like, yeah, fuck off, never talk to me again.
I know.
I may have done that to one person, but they deserved it. Okay? They deserved it. All right, I still love you, but you deserved it. Stay there, and you're growing, so
Sometimes it is that, you know. Sometimes you're the one pushing someone to grow. I like it.
All right. So literally, it got like that. This person's growing. I'm checking up, and they don't know that I'm checking up. But I'm checking up, and I'm like, how are they? They're good. Oh, they're finally. Well, ain't that some shit? Ain't it?
It's really like that. I've had that definitely before. I definitely had that before.
Oh,
and you're like, wow.
Screaming this shit in your ears.
I was your inspiration. It's fine.
Had to minus myself for you to realize.
It's fine. It's all right.
All right.
I'm going to deal with that.
But that's okay. This is where you're allowed to be selfish, to think about your growth, about who you're surrounding yourself with for your energy. All right. This is how you decide. You have to. It's using your brains. I'm not going to say common sense anymore because common sense ain't so common.
Bro. It's never been common.
It's rare sense. We're going with rare sense. People need to have some rare sense. All right, that rare and raw.
Yo. And by that, we're going to close it off because we need to be out the studio in a bit. But guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Wherever you're tuning in. Thank you, Shalina, for being here.
Thank you for having me. This was so good. This was so interesting. I was so glad to talk to you guys.
Yes.
Can't wait to hear the feedback. I hope y'all took in some good shit.
You know. And if you guys have requests as for topics or questions, you can always drop it below the video. You can message us on Instagram. Whatever you guys want to do, we're here. But thank you guys for tuning in.
Also, don't forget to follow me, Shell Self Love Badass on IG. Below. All right, I'll be tagged below. Don't be scared to drop me a DM. I'm very good with talking. I don't bite. It's food. I'm more of a food person, and you ain't my man, so I ain't gonna bite you.
Period. Okay. But yeah, guys, appreciate you guys. Take care.
Take care. Peace out.